Hi everyone, it is Jill with sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the Brookstone NapForm Eye Mask. It comes in this kind of thick box. Kind of funny picture. Looks like maybe bug eyes or a frog or something, but if you look on the back, the mask looks a lot more flat. So let's take it out of the box and see what it actually looks like. Okay. There's some silica gel in here, so that means probably you want to be careful getting this guy wet. Also, make sure you throw that silica gel away. Okay, so unwrapping this. Okay, this is the mask. And it's a lot flatter than it looks on the woman wearing it on the box, but not nearly as flat as it looks on the back of the box. So I'm guessing that once I put it on, like this part of my cheekbone maybe is going to push it out, and that's going to make that bug eye kind of look with it. I won't be able to tell because I can't see a mirror when I've got a sleep mask on. But first, let's just talk about the mask itself. It's made of this very soft, it's like a velour or a terry cloth. They have a special name for it. It's called the NapSoft fabric. And it comes in this kind of royal blue. And it wraps around a little bit further on the side, it looks like. So we'll see when we get that on. It does have a Velcro strap, not my favorite. It's thicker than normal Velcro, and this part is stretchy, so who knows, maybe it'll be a little bit easier to put on, but having curly hair, having a lot of pets, things like Velcro, just really uncomfortable and inconvenient. So let's try putting this guy on and getting my hair out from under it. Okay, Okay, I have my eyes closed while I'm putting this on, which I'm having some trouble doing. I practiced this a couple of times before we shot. Okay. All right. I've got the strap about as tight as feels comfortable, but immediately, I don't know if you can see this, it starts to slide down the back of my head a little bit. So I'm not entirely sure where the strap is supposed to fall. If it's supposed to be higher up on the crown of the head, then the strap doesn't get tight enough. And if it's supposed to be over the ears, then maybe it needs to be a little bit lower position on the mask. The mask does, this part comes over the ears a little bit. I don't know that there's a sound cancellation quality to it. I certainly can't feel anything, but it might be there. The mask is, oh, you might get a cameo of one of my cats. It feels like Kaylee maybe making an appearance. I have my eyes open now that I have the mask on. I couldn't have them open while I was putting it on. There was too much pressure, but now with the mask on, I can open my eyes. This extra padding here, kind of as I suspected, sticks out from my cheekbone over, and so I'm guessing, I can't see it, but I'm guessing that you'll see that kind of bug eye look if you see me in this. It feels very soft. It's very, very comfortable. It's warm though. I have my windows open, and there's a lot of sun coming in, and I can feel a lot of warmth on my face. So that might be a little bit uncomfortable for sleeping, but it's winter, so it's kind of hard for me to tell for overnight whether it's going to be too much heat. Let's go ahead and take this off. And yeah, there's a little bit of my hair in the Velcro. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of my cat hair in the mask itself. So I'm going to lie down in just a second, and we'll talk about how it feels when you're actually in a sleeping position. Okay, I hope you can see me. You might also be able to see my cat Kaylee, who's still hanging out around here. I can recognize her purr and the way she feels, but I can't see her, which is cool. Like, I can't see, I've got my eyes open, there is no light coming in, maybe just a little teensy bit here, but nothing serious. So I'm just guessing which cat I'm feeling right now. Lying on my side is one of the key tests for sleep masks for me, and I'm pretty comfortable. The mask is pushing in a little tiny bit right in this area on my bottom eye, so just under the eye, the lower lid a little bit, but it's not unpleasant. There are certainly masks that put more pressure on. The strap, because it wraps around the side, like you can see over here, is on the pillow and has kind of an even weight distribution. It's not pushing the pillow away from my head. It's not making me hold my neck at a funny position, which is important for me. I know that there are a lot of side sleepers out there. It's supposed to be the best position to sleep in, and when you're sleeping on your side and you really want to sleep in a mask, you can't sacrifice one for the other. So nice to know that this mask definitely allows side sleeping to be possible. As I mentioned before, it's pretty warm, this mask. And I like to sleep under blankets even in the summertime, which is why my air conditioning bill is so high. But I can imagine having this material on your face if you're prone to being warm while you're sleeping, like I am, or if you're running the heat and things are already really hot in your room, could get a little bit uncomfortable. Um, the mask is fortunately, again, back to side sleeping, not shifting. A lot of masks when you sleep on your side, even the really flat ones, this having the pressure into the pillow will push the mask over. There's a little tiny bit of that happening here, but nothing significant. It's pretty easy to just shift this back into place. It's already gone. And that also keeps any light from coming in once you reconfigure it. There's absolutely no light coming in from the bottom, just a teeny tiny bit, like I said before, coming in from the top. Nothing that I think would be upsetting to anybody. And I can already feel that the memory foam is kind of starting to take the shape of my face a little bit. So my guess is that with repeated wear, the issue that I'm having here with the tiny bit of pressure on my eyelid, the memory foam will kind of compensate for that as it conforms more to the shape of your face. So I'm going to sit up. I'm going to tell you about some pros and cons in just a second as soon as I take this eye mask off. I'm sitting up. I've got the mask off. I've already, so you know, slept with it overnight and also tried taking a nap with it. So that's going to affect the pros and cons that I'm telling you about right now. Pros, as I mentioned, the mask is actually pretty comfortable. Let me hold it up. There's all of this padding right here. It goes under your eye, and it's memory foam, so you can feel as you squish it, it does kind of regain its form, and memory foam starts to kind of conform over time to the right shape. So this padding is not uncomfortable to begin with. It's actually pretty comfortable, but I would imagine if you wear the mask for, I don't know, a week, a month, it might really start to take the shape of your face and become even more comfortable. Total blackout, which is awesome. Can definitely open my eyes in this, which is also great. It's I don't like having too much pressure on my eyelids, so knowing that something is away from my eye a little bit, which the foam I think kind of helps to push it out and create this kind of pocket over your eye. It's a nice feature for me, and I think it's a nice feature for a lot of people who don't like sleeping in more traditional sleep masks. It's very soft, but I have to say this material is also a bit of a con. I don't know if you can see, it might show up in some of the pictures that I post, but there is a lot of cat hair in here. My cat may or may not have made a cameo in the last bit while I was lying down. She's here. She's right here next to me and purring her head off, so she may have popped her head up into the frame. I have 4 cats, and they all like to sleep on the bed, which means that there's a lot of cat hair on the bed, and I am allergic to cats, which is silly of me to let the 4 cats in the bed, but can't change cats' behavior. So I do have to be really careful about cat hair getting in my eyes. That's one of my biggest allergy triggers. And something like this, with the cat hair just clinging to it, is a potential risk for me. So I have to make sure when I wear this mask that I take one of those tape rollers and really get the cat hair and cat dander out of the mask. So, you know, that's a con, that it's so clingy. Also a con, this Velcro just got stuck to my sweater, just as I was talking to you guys. It got stuck to my hair when I was trying to adjust the mask. The mask is not easy to adjust. It's elastic, which should be a kind of an easier way to deal with the Velcro. Actually made it harder because it kept pulling the Velcro away as I was trying to close it. Got stuck in my hair, got, you know, some more cat hair stuck in it. Oh, look, there's one of my hairs right now. You know, for all of the great things about this mask, that Velcro is really a bummer. Another con is, I mentioned there's a little bit of a pressure on the underside of your eye. It's not super unpleasant, but I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see. I've got some smudged eye makeup down here because that pressure was kind of pushing up into my lower lids, the mascara and the eyeliner there, smudged. Not a problem for many of you, but for those of you who, like me, like to take naps in the middle of the day when you're traveling or between meetings or whatever, you probably don't want to have to wake up and fix your makeup first thing that you do. You want to maximize your sleep time, and you don't want to take any time out of your nap so that you can fix your makeup. So it's possible that with the memory foam, over time, that pressure will go away and you won't have to worry nearly as much about makeup smudging. But, you know, it's a problem for me. It's not a major problem, but it's something that would keep me probably from using this mask for daytime naps. Not necessarily something that would keep me from sleeping in it overnight. I have to say, this Brookstone NapForm mask is one that when I was starting this series of sleep mask reviews, one that all of my friends who heard about this were like, oh my God, the Brookstone mask, it's the best. So I was really looking forward to trying it out. And it's, you know, it's a really comfortable mask. Again, it gets pretty warm. Just feeling the sun coming through my blinds just now while I was taping, I could feel the warmth. So that's something to watch out for. But this mask is almost 40 bucks. And for 40 bucks, I want this to be the perfect sleep mask for me. And this one just wasn't. There are features about it that I don't like. The Velcro being chief among them. The fact that the memory foam pushes in. If that doesn't get any better, that's a potential problem. So, you know, thought that there was a lot to really like about this mask. It's totally silly looking. But I just don't know that I would justify the $40 expense. Totally your call. And I have a full review with more details up on sleepopolis.com. I will see you guys next time.